My 600-pound life, Nikki, who is on season 4, episode 2, that premiered in 2016. She is 33 years old and from Little Rock, Arkansas. She says she started to gain weight around 4 years old, and by 10 she was 104 pounds, and she said that only a few years later her older siblings got married and had children, and her parents were just so much more enamored with those children, with their grandchildren, than they were with her, and she felt that she just didn't measure up. At 18 she was 300 pounds, and by the time she finished college she was 500 pounds. She's currently living with her parents and her brother has cerebral palsy, and she says that her limitations outweigh her brother's. That's very difficult because this is something that he was born with, but this is something that she has imposed on herself and has a difficult time with. She's currently working as an assistant costume designer in a theater. She says that it's getting more and more difficult to perform her job, to get on the ground, to do fittings, and there's this stairwell that she can't even get down anymore. Month 1, they make the 8-hour drive to Houston. She's 649 pounds, and Dr. Now says lose 50 pounds in the next couple months and come back and see me. In month 2, she comes back. She's 587 pounds, which is a weight loss of 63 pounds, so she did meet her goal, but they run some tests and they find that she has pulmonary hypertension and she is not a candidate for surgery at the moment, so she needs to go and lose more and get this under control before he can attempt surgery. Month 4, she's at home, she's doing well, she gets rid of her candy stash, and she says that she is just feeling great and really motivated. In month 5, she's 538 pounds, and that's a total weight loss of 112 pounds. All of her tests look good now, and she's approved for surgery. The next month, in month 6, she gets her surgery. They were trying to do the full gastric bypass, but because everything in her body is so stretched out and so distended, Dr. Now is only able to do the sleeve gastrectomy, but still says that she will be successful with it. Month 7, she is 528 pounds. That is a total weight loss of 122 pounds, and she is cleared to go home to Little Rock. Thanksgiving is coming up soon, and she's very stressed because she has an older sibling that she hasn't spoken to in years. And she says basically that her older sister, when she started having children, said that she wasn't a good influence and she didn't want her children around her because of her size, and that really hurt her. She's really nervous about Thanksgiving and seeing her sibling for the first time in quite a while and just what will transpire. It is month 8, she's 524 pounds. There's a total weight loss of 126 pounds, but only a small weight loss since her surgery. So Dr. Now sends her to therapy. It's month 9, she is 519 pounds. It's a total weight loss of 131 pounds. It's Thanksgiving, she talks to her sister, and actually it goes surprisingly well. Her sister basically says, we didn't know how long you'd be around, and I didn't know if my children would be saying goodbye to their aunt in a year or so. And so they cry, they talk it out, they hug it out. Both sides really are able to get out their feelings, and it all seems really good. It is month 10, she's 501 pounds, and that is a total weight loss of 149 pounds. She starts helping around the house and even helping out with her brother's needs. Month 11, she is 484 pounds. That is a total weight loss of 166 pounds, and she goes with her friends to an improv show. It's month 12, she goes back down to Houston. She weighs in at 443 pounds, which is a total weight loss in 1 year of 207 pounds. Now let's talk about her Where Are They Now episode. And this was Where Are They Now, season 3, episode 4 that premiered in 2017. It is year 1, month 1 of her journey. She's helping out with her brother more, and her dad have become gym buddies. Month 2, she goes to Houston. She is 407 pounds, which is a total weight loss of 242 pounds. Dr. Now says that her weight loss has slowed down and she should be losing at least 25 pounds per month, so she needs to reassess what she's doing and fix it. Nikki has a best friend named Michael, and he is on a weight loss journey as well. He had gastric bypass, and unfortunately in month 3, he did pass away from it. And Nikki just really reflects on their time together, their friendship, and how precious life is. Month 4, she's 353 pounds, which is a total weight loss of 296 pounds. In month 5, she says she's finally starting to live her life. She's going out with friends. She gets asked out on a date. Things are just really going good for her. Month 6, she's 345 pounds. That is a total weight loss of 304 pounds. She didn't meet her goal, but she needs to get under 300 pounds before she can get any skin removal surgeries. So in order to meet her goal, in month 7, she starts seeing a personal trainer. In month 8, she's 301 pounds. That's a total weight loss of 348 pounds. She's only 1 pound off, but Dr. Now says, that's close enough, you're approved. Month 9, it is surgery day. They are removing the excess skin around her waist, and they remove 56.5 pounds. And the surgery takes more than 6 hours. A few days later, she is asked to stand up and walk to prevent blood clots, but when she tries, she gets really dizzy and woozy, and they lay her back down and they find out that she has a bleed somewhere, and so they rush her back into surgery. Month 10, Dr. Now says that she needs to be here for another 6 weeks to fully heal, to make sure there's nothing else going on, and he has to put a wound vac on her to make sure that they keep all of the bleeds and all of the infection at bay. Month 11, she is 236 pounds, which is a total weight loss of 414 pounds. And again, her weight loss has really slowed. She's only lost 2 pounds this last month. And she said that she got really sick and she didn't want to eat. And then when she got better, she wanted to eat. And so that is what has slowed her down. Doctor now says, knock it off. But luckily, she's cleared to go home to Arkansas. Her wound has still not healed, so she went back to a local hospital and they put another wound vac on her. But this is not stopping her. She goes shopping for the first time and gets a pair of jeans for the first time in like 10 years or something. And then her and her brother also, they go to this painting place and she paints like a little plaque and he paints a horse, I think it was. And it's just a really sweet moment. And she also goes on a date with Mr. Mark. Year 2, she makes the trip back to Houston, but on a plane this time, which she hasn't done in forever. She's 194 pounds, which is a total weight loss of 455 pounds. Dr. Now looks at the wound vac and he says, this should not have been put back on you. This was all wrong. This is inappropriate. So he takes it off, he cleans her all up, and he says, you will be able to heal now. And finally, we see her riding her bike with a friend for the first time in 25 years. So what did I find out about her since she was on the show? I know we've been talking about Mark, and it's for good reason because they got married. I think it says in 2017 is when they got married, so they've been married for several years now. They also have some really cute puppies, and there's a bunch of photos on her social media about them. Both her and her husband were pretty active on all social medias, Facebook, Instagram, even TikTok for quite a while. And then in 2022 just kind of dropped off. Okay, everybody, it's Editing Ashley, and actually I went back and I found that there is a second Facebook for her and for her husband. And they were running them both at the same time, but then at some point they just stopped on the one and then just cut over to the other one. So everything kind of picks up, but I looked into that a little bit more and I did find some posts from 2024. Here's the most recent picture. Also, I found that she opened her store in 2021. She said that they only had about 40 pieces, so it was like a small batch run or whatever. And according to her Etsy sales, she did sell 29 of the 40. Well, there were 29 sales, so it's possible that she sold like multiple in some of those orders. And what's weird is when I was looking into this the other day, it said that it was on pause, and now it says that like the shop just doesn't flat out exist. However, there's old artifacts like on her Facebook and other things like that, and she still has the link in her Instagram profile as well. Shortly before she started her store, she did also start teaching children. It was like a distance learning thing. She did that for 7 months and then she started the store, but no word what she's been doing since then. And it says that her husband is a director at a school that like preps you for college and exams and stuff like that. Also, it does look like she moved to a different city, but still within Arkansas. But there's no word if her brother lives with her and her husband or if her brother is still living with the parents. She was a very sweet person on the show and just always, you could tell when she got frustrated and she still just kind of breathed through it and was like, I got this. It'll come in time. And it came in time. And she got the surgery. She lost weight. She got the excess skin on her stomach removed. She got married. She was living her life. And I just appreciate that she was always just very positive and very sweet with everybody on the show. And so I hope that we see her Etsy shop coming back up or whatever is next in life for her. I hope it's great. I hope she keeps continuing doing well. And I wish nothing but good things for her.